What's up, programmers? Give me a second, I'm just setting this all up. Grindreel is the Discord that I invited you to. I don't know if you remember. It's been a while now. It's that Discord with like 8,000 developers in it.
We're also doing a ton of...
So I'm building an API for it so we could do community hackathons. And then we can use, like, I'll show you in a minute, but let's say you say API, so you do grindreel.com/API/getUsers/key. You put a key in there, it'll give you back 8,000 users, and then you can use that to do whatever you want. So if our hackathon is make a Facebook clone in one day or over the weekend, and people need somewhere to get users from, this could be the place. So I could give them 8,000 users to use in their app. We have like a whole thing planned around it, but I need to build the API. So that's what I'm doing. This is annoying. It's working. I'm not sure if that made sense, but we know. I'll really explain it. I got most of it working already. I made the database, and now I just need, I can even have you test it if you want. I'll show you something cool. I'm about to make I was supposed to make a course today on it, but it's not going to work out. There's this thing called ngrok, so instead of having to host my app, I could just have people test it right away. So just write ngrok HTTP on the port my app is running on, and I get this link right here. I'll post it in chat. Oh, why did it disappear? That's weird. Let me try that again. You serious? It's not gonna let me post it? Okay, YouTube worked. What about Twitch? There we go. So if you click on that link, it'll open the browser for you, and then you could do things like, crap. Give me a second. Let me open another terminal. So PSQL -u Postgres. All I'm doing right now is I'm signing into my Postgres, and then I can connect to my database. So grindreel API_test. What? Grindreel API_test, that should work. Oh. It's not even up there. What the hell? Oh man, that's scary. Database is even showing. I can go PG admin. So this software is, it's called the GUI, Graphical User Interface. I think that's what it stands for. And it'll allow me to, if it opens. Come on. There we go. Make it a little bigger. So I'll go into my local server. That's probably why it wasn't running. Okay, so the ground real database isn't actually showing. That's not good. That's really not good. Because I had users in there, so. Oh, I know why. I know why. If I do connects migrate latest. That's why I had an issue with my database. GrindReal API underscore test does not. I wonder if it deleted itself. But the best thing is, I'm using this thing called connects, and with connects you can build something called seeds. And seeds, think of it as like planting things in your database. So I have these seed files here with fake users, fake keys, fake information, all that, and I have it saved on my computer, so I could just reseed the database with this stuff. Because right now I don't have actual users, it's just this fake stuff. But it's good because I don't need to worry about it. I just want to figure out why it's not, why it just deleted itself. Gonna have to recreate it. I don't get it. I just don't want this to happen when I have 8,000 users in the database and it just decides that it doesn't like me anymore. Okay. There we go, it's running. Okay, so there, the migration ran. If I open up, why did Git dash close itself? Oh my god. There we go. So if I list the databases, there it is. Now what I need to do is connect to it. So backslash C, and then I write the name of the database, a GrindReal API underscore test. Okay, we're connected. And then I could just do, let's say, select. So right now the database is empty because I didn't use my seeds. So just a little SQL query, select all from, let's just do users. And you could see there, I don't know if you could see this. Let me move it to the top corner. What the hell? Let me open OBS. OBS. You guys should be able to see that. So we got a empty database now. So I'm gonna go here and write connects seed run. We'll seed :run. And this is where it was breaking last time. Insert or update on table Discord messages violates foreign key constraint. And I think the issue is that I'm trying to insert, I'm running all my seeds at the same time, and it's trying to, so foreign keys link to other keys, and it's trying to link to other keys that don't exist yet. So what I'm gonna have to do is, I'm gonna have to pull out this, run my seeds. Okay, that still doesn't work. Insert update on user API key. What? User API key isn't. User API key isn't even. Let's just move it to another file. That doesn't even make sense. Insert or update on table user API key violates foreign key constraint. It doesn't make sense because the user API key isn't even being. It's not even being updated. It's outside of the migration folder, so it's not going to get ran. Okay, well, let's throw it back in, I guess, and try and figure out why. Insert or update on table user API key violates foreign key constraint. I'm just gonna Google this and see if anyone's run into it before. Gonna get rid of this music, goddamn. It's aggressive. Damn, I got 5 people in here. 1 on YouTube and 4 on Twitch. Not bad, not bad. Damn, I got 5. Let's figure out this problem. Make this a little bigger so everyone can see. I'm thinking it's just an issue with it's trying to link 2 tables when only one is loaded and the other one isn't, and then it's like, all right, give me the key from the second table, and it goes, that second table doesn't exist, and that's why it's violating a foreign key constraint, because there is no I think there isn't a foreign key, and it's trying to add one, because the user API key is this table right here. Insert or update on table user API key violates foreign key constraint. This is a foreign key. Maybe it's not null because of damn. Foreign keys I don't think can be null. Aren't she? This is what I'm gonna do. Let's get this. Follow this structure right here. So, foreign key. Oops. Foreign key user ID is going to reference ID on the users table, and then on delete cascade. Thank you very much. Still an issue. I'm gonna try something, see what happens. I'm gonna try and run this same exact command, but it in a different terminal. And then in here, let's go connects, seed, run. Oh my god, you guys are in the corner thing. It's been in the corner the whole time. Yikes. Yeah, same error. Insert or update on the table user API key violates foreign key constraint. But when I pull it out, it's global. And then I tell it to run the same command, it still gives that error even though the table doesn't exist. The table should not be... doesn't make sense. Why is it not updating? What if I pull all the tables out? All the migrations out? It's still giving the error even though it doesn't... That doesn't make sense. The migration folder is empty. Okay, let's try. Nope, it's not the command I want. Still the same error. I don't get it. Insert or update on table user API key. You know what? Let's go on the user API key table and just put an ID. That's it. Oh my god, wait. I'm pulling out. What if it's the seeds? What if it's this? Let's close the terminal. API key and user ID. API key and user ID. Now, if we go to the users table, it has no user ID. Or does it? No, I don't think it has. No, it does. It has the... Damn, it has a Discord thing. I thought it was the seeds that were wrong. That would have been... What's up, Shady? You said read Twitch chat? I have Twitch chat open. I don't see any messages. Can you write something for me in Twitch chat if you're still on YouTube? Maybe it's broken for me. It wasn't. Here, I'm gonna try and post this link. I'm just gonna... Oh, there we go. Number 2, yo. I'm starting with CSS. I wanted it so when I put my mouse on the black background, the div hovers, activates. An idea how? Yeah, you can do it in CSS. So, let's use. I can show you quick. No big deal. I'm just gonna use. Oh crap. Oh, you put a paste bin. Nice. Makes my life easier. Div hover, animation name testing, animation duration, 1 second, animation duration count, that's fine. Keyframes testing. That doesn't work? Can I run this? I've never used Spaceman, but... Anyways, let's just take this out. Let's go to Ripple. Just make a quick... this thing. I don't know if this will work. Oh, okay, it does. That doesn't work. Let's try it just for a second. You've already... oh shit. You've done it already, but it doesn't work the way you want it. You sent me a pastebin. Try putting your mouse in the black background, and then try the red one, okay. Oh, okay, I saw that. So let me uncomment this. So the black does nothing, but the red, do I have to click on it? No. For like a second, it just flashes yellow, right? Yeah. What's your goal with this? Is it to make the black part change? And the red? Because right now you're just targeting. I can color red. You want it so you could hover over the black background too, and it activates. Mouse on black, activate bottom animation. Oh, okay. I'm thinking about how to do this in jQuery because that's what I use all the time. Because it's cleaner because you can put it in another file. But let's try and do it your way for now. You can say main. This might actually work. Just to literally just take this and change it to div and main. Right, because main on hover, run this animation. But it runs it on main. Got it. I wonder if you could do this. Take all that out of there. Right, so then at 0 keyframes, it's gonna run. So you have it also going to green. Oh, the head. Oh. I don't think I did that, but there's an O there. Little typo. Yeah, there's a little typo there, so that's why it's not turning green. I don't know if you didn't realize that. Let's try that. Can you guys see this? I made it a little bit small. That might help. Okay, so that doesn't work. I know there's a way to do this. Give me a second. Yeah, they're using jQuery. jQuery is really nice because you can write this in like 2-3 lines and it'll do it for you. Pretty much this is what it looks like. You do $, and in the quotes you do, if it's a ID you do a hashtag, if it's a class you do a dot, and you go and first thing you do is you grab it, and then you could do whatever you want. So you could say dot on hover, and then here you do CSS back on color yellow. But you see here how they're grabbing A and they're doing hover on A, but then they're changing the CSS on B. So when you hover on A, it runs the code in this block, which then says change the color of B to yellow. So you could do it, in that little, you can pretty much do it like this. If you don't want to do JavaScript, let's just, up to you. I don't mind helping, trying to figure this out, CSS. I'm curious to how this would be done. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Let's go back to oh, there we go. Let me know if that helped. Americona. So you do the little arrow here, and you say what you have around main, do this to div. Cool. Gotta love the internet. That's good to know. I never do that stuff. Alright, let's get back to the API. Back to the same issue. I do connects, seed, run. It breaks. And it breaks because of this one, table. Now, if I grab all these and I pull them out, and I grab all these and pull them out. Oops. Let's see what happens. No C files exist, so the seeds are what's breaking, but they're breaking probably because of something on the migrations that I changed. Like I probably changed some key from an integer to a string or something, and now it's just freaking out on me. It's saying something with the foreign key, and we have a foreign key right here. Let's look at it. Okay, so I say it's an integer. I think, yeah, it's an integer. So put this down here, and then at the top we're looking at the users migration. Let's get the users table. Or you know, let's do it like this. So the users table is on top. It has an ID that increments. It has a string, a name string, an email string, a password string. They're all not nullable, so you have to have those in the database. And then down here, name string, email string, password string. I don't have to give the ID because it auto increments it through this, through that. Now the API key. We have an ID, a string API key, a table integer, a string API key, a table integer, user ID, string and integer. We go here and we have a string and an integer. Do I spell everything right? And then we say foreign user ID references ID on the users table. I don't see what could be going wrong. Only thing I could do is I don't even know. I could try and manually put things in myself, but that's very time consuming. Let's try and look through the users. Okay, so we got that. And when I run it, it gives insert or update on table user API key. So insert or update is happening when we run the seed file, which is this one right here. So when this file runs, it's throwing the error on one of these, most likely the first one, because they're all the same structure. We have API key, which is a string, right? And it could not be null. And we have an integer user ID that I'm going to put back to not be null. Now we we have a 1, 2, and 3. Maybe that's what's breaking. Maybe that's what's breaking. Because these auto, okay, that's, let's pull out the API key, or, damn it. Let's pull out the API key from the seeds. Let's pull out the messages from the seeds. Let's run the seeds. That might be it. That passes. Let's throw them into the seeds. Okay, it still breaks, but that's good news, because if I go right now, into my, what the hell, there we go. Where's OBS, my friend? If I go to users, there's users. If I go to Discord _users, there's users. If I go to, I think it's called API key. Oops. That's all it's called. So /DT users _ API key. That's what it is. Oh, it's user API key. I wonder if that. Oh, wait. What if I spelled that wrong right here? User API key, user API key. And then I go onto my seeds, and maybe I just tell it user API key here. Let's close this. I might just have made a spelling mistake somewhere. User API key, user API key, user API key. Damn. If I do users API key and then I double click and it's the only spot. Okay, so there's no. That's not an issue, so I don't know what is. Gotta keep debugging this. It'd be nice if I could just say user ID and it auto. That would make sense. Because I tell it what users to link to. I think at one point I'm going to replace the whole IDs with the Discord IDs, the ones right here, these long ones. I kind of want to just trim that, and then just take that big number, and that would be like the user's key in the database. But it's a lot of ugly work to make that work, when I could just tell it increment and then it'll do it for me. So no point yet. We'll see. I just want to start getting users in this database. Just get like 1,000 and then play with that. And then add the 7,000. Oh my god, excuse me, the 7,000 other users that I'm missing. What time is it? It's 5:30. Hopefully someone hops in here that's some database expert and they can school me on what I'm doing wrong, but until that, I gotta figure it out on my own. Insert or update on the table user API key. Violates foreign key constraint. Now, foreign key constraint. Let's search it out. Foreign key constraint indicates that values in a column or group of columns in the child table match with values in a column or group of columns with the parent table. We say that foreign key constraint. Yeah, that makes, okay. Let's go to the database. I might have. users. What about just the users table? ID 43, 44, and 45. That's it. God damn. You can never assume. That's so annoying. What was it? Was it 44 first? I already forgot. 43, 44, 45. Well, to the people watching, don't assume numbers. That is so disappointing. Just spent like a good 30 minutes on that. Yep. It's still breaking, but that's for sure it. I'll figure out why now. Maybe I have to roll back first because of the not null. That's probably it. So connects, migrate, colon, roll back. What's up, Kyle? You just missed a spicy meme. I assumed that so in connects you could tell it to auto set IDs for you by just writing table.increments, and it assumes it's your primary key. And I assumed that it would start at 1 because that's the fair thing to assume, but no, it decided it wants to start at 43. So when I tried to put in users in the database and the users foreign keys to when I tried to put API keys and link it to the user key, I put it as 1, 2, and 3, and it was like that doesn't make sense, and yeah. So I gotta change that. Feels good, man. Good way to start Friday off, or the weekend. So connects, migrate, latest, boom. Oh, it's still breaking, okay. But that was for sure it. DB engines are always at random unless told otherwise. Why? Why not just start at 1? Would have been so much easier. It's not even a DB engine, it's an ORM. The ORM decides it. So they could have set it to start at 1, and the database would have been like, alright, they're giving me 1, I need to place 1. It's not, that's what doesn't make sense. Like, why would you, I don't know. It doesn't, it seems very useless to start at 43. No, it's SQL. It's a Postgres. You love Postgres. Come on. It's like the best one. So, insert or update on a table. Insert or update on table user API key violates foreign key constraint, which means they're not. Okay, oh wait, the rollback. There we go. You see, 1, 2, and 3. Now it makes sense. I'm not wrong. Okay, I am wrong, but see that? Oh, it's still on the. I keep forgetting that I leave the camera on the top corner when I'm doing database stuff, and then I forget to show full screen. It's all good, Kyle. You came on the perfect time, perfect memes. But you see? Now it's good. Here, watch, it's gonna work. Nice. Let's figure out why. IDs 1, 2, 3. If we go to user underscore API key, we have no 1 in there. 4, 5, 6. That is so weird. This might be a bug, or I might be doing something wrong with the table increments, but I've done it like that all my life. Okay, now if I go back to the database, now it's 789. Okay, let's try that again. 8, 9. Now it breaks again. Now it's 13, 14, 15. Okay, something's wrong. Connects table dot increments. Let's see what I'm doing wrong. Oh, that's probably what it is. Wait, no, that's decommenters. No, that's not it. I gotta check Twitch chat once in a while, because I got 2 people on Twitch and 1 on YouTube. Not bad for not streaming in like 2 days. Okay. This is tiny for sure. Let's make it a little bigger. So table.increments specifies the schema to be used when the schema building commences. Creates a new table and database with the callback function structure. I'm gonna give it an ID tag. Let's see if I roll back, load the tables. And then seed the table. Okay, so it's still breaking. Now it's back to 1, 2, 3. Makes sense. 2 and 3. Seed the table. It probably incremented itself back up to 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6. So, God damn it. Why is it doing this to me? Let's see. PSQL IDs change every time I seed. I might have to do the seeds one at a time. Let's try it. Migrations, tables are good. Let's pull out the keys. Let's pull out Discord messages, don't matter. Run this. Insert or update on table Discord messages violates foreign key constraint. Let's pull that out. Deal with it later. Okay, now throw this in. Seven, 8, 9. It makes sense that they switch all the time, but I just want to link the two. I'm not sure another way of doing this. How do I? Can I leave it empty? And it'll auto? No, it can't. User ID references ID on users and on delete cascade. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. No, it breaks. Wait, what? Wait, what? But the AP... The API key seed what? I'm so confused. So it says ran here, but when I go look at the database, it didn't run. Nice. I really don't know what to do anymore. Maybe I can trick the system and go 4, 5, 6, drop everything, have it fail at 1, 2, 3, and then I'll show you. So to go this, do latest, seed, let it fail, seed again. Now it's at 10, 11, 12. I don't understand why it's so inconsistent. Connects, increments. Maybe I have to like give it a name. Increment. I already did that. But it's not the user API key that's giving me the problem, it's the users table. It's giving me the problem. I don't see why this would do anything. Anyone there on Twitch? Anyone there on YouTube? I just have both your chats built in one right now. Can I show it? No. In restream.io. Feels terrible. I'm following all the rules, but yeah, not sure what I could do. I'm not sure what I could do, except just keep trying random shit and see what works, because it just doesn't make sense. Why would it change every single time? table is empty, and that table has 3 people. What if I try and add the seeds for the API keys first? I thought that was someone outside. Let's try that. Let's try and do the seeds for the API keys first, and then screw the users for a second. It's probably gonna break anyways. Oops. So roll it back. Roll it back, roll it back, roll it back. Run the latest one. Run the seeds. User API key violates warrant key constraint. What is that? Let's check the database. Let's ask the Discord, see if they know. Anyone know why primary key would change itself when a seed fails? It's being distant, so it's allowing me to insert Let's see if Patrick can figure this out. So this is the user table. see if Patrick can help. User ID references primary key ID on the users table. Yeah, I could bring it up on screen, see if our boy pet maybe catches something that I haven't. Okay, so he's gonna give us something to try. Let's see what happens. Hello, Outslash. How's it going? Running into a bunch of database issues. Foreign user ID references users dot ID. Maybe that would work. I mean. Okay, so he said, let's try and do this. I'm gonna have to redo the tables. Oh no, I won't. Actually, I do. I'm gonna do table change. I'll lower this music for now. So the tables are running. Still breaking, same error. I'm sorry, guys. This is killing me. I'll just send this to Patrick. Patwick. Hello.
What's up, nerd?
I sent you a stream link, but whatever.
Why? Why, Patrick?
Oh my god, no.
Why?
Don't start this.
Here we go. All right, let's see.
Okay, so I've tried, dude. I don't get it. I've tried it all.
Okay, the first thing we're gonna do before we do anything, we're gonna roll back the server and we're in the database completely.
Yes. And then we're gonna run latest, and then we're gonna run seeds. Right? So it breaks. So
let me see your seed file.
Okay, let me close this. This is the seed for the users table. So we got 3 users. And then tell me when you're ready.
Okay, ready.
And that's the seed. So right now, okay, here, let me show you. Can you see this, or is it too small?
It's way too small.
Damn. I can't. Okay. I don't even know. Whatever. I'll narrate it. But right now, this is the users table. We have Remy, the chef, at ID 1, Code Dude Guy at ID 2, and the letter U at ID 3, right?
Wait.
Yeah.
Your keys need to be associated to those IDs. Go.
Yes.
Check your API key seed file.
Yes.
What are you passing in for user ID?
I know, but it changes itself. So before, when I had it at 1, 2, 3, it still failed because it changed itself to 4, 5, 6.
It should be 0, 1, 2.
It starts at 1, and it should stay at 1.
Pretty sure it starts at 0.
Even that, it still changes itself. I can show you.
All right, roll back and then redo it.
Yep.
Everything again.
Right.
All right, what does it show in your console though?
So now it's showing Discord messages as an issue, but I don't really care about those two right now. I'm gonna pull them out. Those are not.
All right, roll back and redo it again. Every time you change anything, you need to roll back.
Yep.
Oh, it says you can't roll back now. You need to have those files in before you roll back, and then delete the files.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Oops.
This is literally what Nex is doing right now.
That's me for the past almost hour.
Alright, now get rid of the files after you've rolled back.
This one.
And when you get rid of them, there's no associations to them whatsoever in the other files, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now latest.
So that runs fine. And seed. Okay.
There you go.
So that's weird.
You're welcome.
Well, you didn't figure it out though.
But I did.
No, you didn't.
But I did.
No, you didn't.
What is the display in your console?
Yeah, but you didn't figure that out, bitch. Connect.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Let's see. It's probably gonna throw an error now for the Discord messages, but that's fine. Okay. So what was happening was, every time I ran the seeds, and it threw an error like this one right here, it would say like the foreign keys weren't right, which made sense. So I went and I changed them to 4, 5, 6, let's say, right? I rolled back, I did the whole thing again, I ran it, and instead of it being 4, 5, 6, now it's like 12, 13, 14. And I'm like, okay. I roll it back, it goes back to 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, okay, it makes sense. And I do it again, and then I see it like 42, 43, 45, or whatever. I just keep going. I have like 68 minutes worth of me doing that.
That's so funny. See, this is why when you migrate for your latest on your tables, you should be doing it one table at a time.
Yeah, sometimes it's just
What you run into.
fucking stupid, man. I'm like it adds up what I'm doing. It's just they keep changing themselves.
I know you're like, what is causing this?
Look,
You
but
just don't know.
This is how many times I ran it.
Oh my god! I can even see the differences in numbers from here.
7, 8,
Small.
9, 5, 6. Here, 43, 44, 45. It makes no sense.
Uh-oh.
I
But
think
you got it
that's
from here, right?
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks for the help.
Cool. You're welcome.
Oh
All
my
right.
god,
Bye.
man. Why? It feels good. Pocket, I know you're in here, man. There's 2 people watching on YouTube, and one of them is me, so it's definitely you. Expose yourself. Let's figure this one out now. It's probably the same issue. It's probably something to do with the foreign keys. So we can get rid of this and get rid of this. Okay. Let me move this over. Oh my god. Oh, what's up, Tom? You missed a good 70. We just hit the 70-minute mark of me trying to figure something stupid. Oh my god, Jim is starting again. I don't want to deal with this. Pretty much, I still don't know why, but I can show you if you want. I got 3 people on Twitch and they witnessed it. Maybe I didn't roll back in, I don't know, but let me open OBS. Okay, so you see this? Let's see, so 1, 2, 3 for my IDs here, right? Let's scroll up a bit. 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, right? 10, 11, 12, 4, 5, 6. The same things kept on changing their primary IDs. And I don't know if you've done your SQL class yet in college, or you graduated, you for sure did it, but you have primary keys and you have foreign keys, and the foreign keys link to the primary keys, right? So right now I'm putting a bunch of seeds in my database. So the seeds are hard-coded. So I know there's going to be 3 users, so 1, 2, and 3. And I know I have 3 API keys, and they're going to all link to a specific user. So they're hard-coded to 1, 2, and 3. But then instead of the primary keys being 1, 2, and 3, they're suddenly 10, 11, 12. Or there was one time where it was like 43, 44, 45, and it just kept on changing itself, and it kept on failing. And now it's doing the same thing to this thing, to the Discord messages, but I guess now I'm just gonna have to figure this one out. It's just stupid. Alright, so we got Discord users and we got Discord messages. And if I go to my migrations, so this and this. What do you... They don't have to be primary keys, but no, they actually do. They're. I can show you my ERD. So it's these 2 tables at the top. I don't know if it's big. Oh my god, I'm still in the corner. There we go. So this primary key right here was being inconsistent. No, foreign keys can be associated to anything that is unique. Yeah, but I wanted the foreign keys to link to the users. The whole point of these 2 tables is that once the API is working, I'll have a little React page where you go and you log in with your account and you can get a key, and then that's your key. No matter what, that is your key. And the Discord tables here are just for collecting Discord data, but these two are gonna just be for the login. It's a simple, you log in or you register, you get yourself a key, and then that key is linked to you. And I'm linking it to the users by ID, because name isn't reliable, email isn't reliable, and password isn't reliable. They're all changeable. Anyways, I'm happy Patrick figured it out with me. And now, figure the stupid one. You're messing with me? Why? Discord messages violates foreign key constraint. Yay. I don't think I've even... Can you do a foreign key? And can you make a foreign key a string and not an integer? Or do I have to trim these down? Because right now I have like those Discord tags that are linked to your name. So every time you change your name, you still have the same ID. It's not an ID. It's like a string with these two arrow thing. I don't know what they're called, but I'll show you. This right here. Would you know, Patrick? Because that's a string. And I can trim down that and that, but I don't know if I need to. If I can just use a string as a foreign key. What is that? I think I gotta go. Damn. It'd be better to convert to an int. I don't think foreign keys can be strings because the way connect parses. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to make a little trim function and trim every single. So when there's 8,000 users from Discord being thrown into the database, each one is gonna have to get their little arrows cut off and trimmed. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna make I don't know if you're still here, Patrick, but I'm gonna make a Discord bot that's gonna collect all the messages and the new users and all that, and then it's gonna do a cron job every 24 hours or whatever, and it's gonna send it to my API. So there's two different servers. There's a bot and there's a little arrows cut off. There's gonna be a bot and there's gonna be the API, and the bot's just gonna send every 24 hours or whatever to the API, the users. Because if I try and send 8,000 users all the time, it's gonna, or if you know the like today at 3 o'clock when we had like over 100 messages within 5 minutes. If I pinged the API every single time for that, plus every other channel, I would absolutely destroy it. Because for now, it's going to run on my computer. So, I'm going to make a cron job. It's going to deal with it once every 24 hours or whatever, and sounds legit. What are you going to do to keep the cron going? Ooh, you want to see? You're going to love this. Node cron. I was thinking about just doing like the getaway of having a set interval, but with this you can wrap your whole program in like a little promise, and you give it your time schedule, and then it'll run it. Yeah, mind blowing. I don't know if this is visible. There we go. So if you give it all stars, it assumes numbers, but you can give it like 1 to 5 and it'll run from 1 to, it's cool stuff. Mind blowing, I know. I gotta go, boys, but I'll be back in like 2-3 hours. I gotta go get my camera equipment. Finally got a GH5. I can start doing some B-rolls. I got this thing right here. It's good stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. See you later.